Zhao. How do you feel about her?
The only one I've seen is Nomadland. Hang on, is that true?
Yeah,
What
that's
else?
hers.
Yeah, that is hers. But what else has she done? Eternals.
Eternals, which is a Marvel movie.
I haven't seen Eternals.
Really good. So I had no idea about the Eternals, right? I had
Right.
no idea. It's way too much fluff content in the superhero world. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'll give this a go. It was a rainy Saturday, whatever. And got into it. I was like, there's something different about this. It wasn't about the CGI monsters. It
Right.
was about relationships. I'm
Right.
like, fuck yeah! Now we have something I can relate to, right? And they do fly and they do all the stuff that superheroes do. But it wasn't about that. It was, again, a sensitivity around
Yeah.
relationships.
Well, and wasn't she a documentary filmmaker before?
Yes.
So Nomadland has a documentary-ish quality
Yeah. Oh.
to it, and
Framing,
yeah,
grading, everything, yes.
and a documentary is nothing but relationships. Like, you as the director have to gain the trust of the person that you're trying to draw this story out of, and they are people who are not used to cameras, you know. They don't have a script. It's like their own thing that they're telling, and maybe some of that documentary like sensitivities or like language like seeped into the Eternals.
Good. It's a very good point, because if I think about it now, yeah, even the framing was different than in all these other superhero movies. Completely different. It didn't feel plastic.
Right.
It didn't feel like this is the frame, and we put a lot of stuff in this frame to make sure that you believe that you're whatever. It didn't feel like that. It just had this natural flow with lots of close-ups, exactly like you would have in a documentary.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a very, very good point. And Nomadland was awesome.
It was great. Yeah.
Again, kind of the movie you have to be in the mood for, because I knew it was going to be a low-key movie. So I'm like, okay. But then I'm one of those people who still watches the Oscars. Even though I was disappointed so many times by watching them. So I watched the Oscars. She got the Oscar for it. Okay, I'm going to watch this movie, and I wasn't disappointed.
Yeah.
Performances, location, that alternative lifestyle of not belonging in this instant gratification world where you live in a trailer, and then you have these odd jobs at Amazon, and things that people can relate to with the noise of the world. We just want to get away.
That going off grid escapist kind of. I mean, we all have like fantasies about that every so often, right? Like, I would never be able to live in a trailer, but that idea of just disappearing.
I have a fantasy. As soon as I can, I will. We have a tent, so yeah. In the summer, I love sleeping in a tent just to get away from the noise. And there was a frame there with the night sky. If you go anywhere out of a big city, and you just light a fire and you look at the sky, it's amazing when there's no light coming in, and it's a different connection, and she translated that connection into a movie, and that's what I loved about it. This was like such a beautiful movie, and it wasn't about the plot, because I can't remember the plot.
I can't remember the plot at all. Again, it's just like shots and moments. And,
exactly, it doesn't
Frances
matter.
McDormand's an amazing actress.
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a bad movie with her.
No.
Fargo, 3 Billboards Outside Missouri, like all her performances are just amazing. Like, wow.
Well, and she's great at comedy too, like Burn After Reading. Is...
Yes. See, I forgot about that. I forgot that she was in that. Yeah.
A lot of serious actors in that. George Clooney, Brad Pitt.
The delivery guy. Yeah, I don't know if I still don't know if I like that movie.
I loved it.
Yeah, some movies are I don't know. I'm like, oof, do I like it or I don't? It's difficult. Yeah. But I remember it being funny at times, really, really funny. She's amazing, and as a director, I think she managed to get all that outside stuff
Yeah.
on screen. And again, it doesn't matter the plot. It's just a beautiful, beautiful movie. And sometimes you don't need a plot.
No.
I know someone at some point wrote, a director, I think it was Ed Zwick, said that if you have an interesting character, you don't need a plot.
And they say that a lot, particularly for television now, like, because with TV we connect with characters because that's who we're going to stay with for,
Next
6, 8, like 20 something episodes. We have to connect with characters and you can fashion them into something, but nobody watches something for the plot.
No, I mean with TV series, that's why I like TV series, because you can actually develop a character,
Yeah.
right? How much can you do in an hour and a half? Not that much. How
Not
much
that
can you
much,
do?
yeah.
20 episodes? A lot, right?
Yeah.
You can get all
You can
those.
take it deep into somebody's psyche.
Yeah, absolutely.